Hello everyone and welcome back to the HCBS Virtual Community of Practice. I am absolutely delighted that you are choosing to join us again for another video series, as today we're going to explore places within our community where people are welcomed and their gifts and talents are seen and recognized. As you know, this is a self-paced video, so please feel free to pause, rewind, or rewatch at any time that you feel fit. If you have not already, please download the Places and Possibilities activity packet. This packet will give you instructions on how to use the skill, also give you an example, and there will be a blank skill that you can utilize during this video. So please pause if you have not downloaded that yet. If you have, let's go ahead and get started. As I said, today we're going to be introducing a skill called Places and Possibilities. And this is really looking at what the community has to offer, where a person's gifts, skills, talents, and passions are not only seen, but welcomed. We'll practice using the skill either on yourself or with someone that you support. And then we'll discuss the various ways that you might be able to use this skill either with a person that you support or within your organization. If you are watching this with a team, please feel free to download the facilitator guide. This will give you more in-depth conversations with your team as you are watching this video. In the last video, we introduced a skill called Gifts and Capacities. And this helped us look at what are a person's strengths using the gifts of the head, gifts of the heart, the hands, the feet, and their history. And the reason we started with this is because as we are connecting people to membership within their community, we really want to make sure that we're connecting them to places where their gifts are utilized, where they have passion, and places where they will be welcomed. Once we've identified those gifts, we can start looking at where do they enjoy spending time? Where do they frequently ask to go? Where do they feel welcomed? Where are opportunities for authentic connection based off of passions? And where are there opportunities where the person's gifts and skills can contribute to that environment? And one of the ways that we can start exploring these questions is by utilizing a skill called Places and Possibilities. And you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a number of questions. The first 4 questions really help us to look at where are there current places within the community that the person may thrive. Once we've identified places and explored what more is possible, we want to think about where are there existing connections? Where are there opportunities to make new connections? And then what will we do with this information? So to lead us through this conversation, I want to introduce you to a gentleman named Mark. And Mark is someone that I have had the opportunity of knowing for many years now. And when I think about Mark's gifts, I'm oftentimes reminded of his pure joy within the art community. And when I say art, I'm talking about theater, I'm talking about sculpture, painting, you name it. Mark thrives when he is in that type of setting. He also has an innate ability to make you feel like you are the only person in the room. And he does this because he has an amazing memory for people and in the important milestones within their life. I can go a year without seeing Mark, and the next time I see him, he's asking me about my sister's birthday, my friend's birthday, my birthday. It truly is a gift of his, and it can help people feel valued and appreciated. Also aligned with his amazing memory is his ability to know all the community events that are happening in Chico. So if you have a passion, Mark can connect you to the next event that is related to that. He is an older brother, and he's also an advocate for change. If you have a passion or if he sees a need within the community, you know Mark will be marching down to whoever office that is needed and really pushing for that change. Mark leads a very fulfilling life. We also wanted to look at where are other places within the community where Mark's gifts will be welcomed. Where are there opportunities to ask more of services, more of community? So I looked at places and possibilities, and I thought about, where is Mark a current customer? And Mark, like many people, loves Starbucks. He goes there every Saturday. He is also a customer of all the local theaters. So as I said, if there is a show going on, Mark will be there in the front row watching it. He also attends the Saturday morning markets, and he goes grocery shopping at Winco. When I think about, where is he a member? Where do people know his name? Where does he have that sense of belonging? I believe that it really is at the Blu-ray Theater, which is a Blue Room Theater, which is a local theater here. Also the Chico Art Center, and then Starbucks. If he does not show up on a Saturday, people know that. And then we look at, where does he feel his best? And it really is anytime that he's connected to arts. And then we ask ourselves, where else might the person's gifts and capacities be welcomed? And this reminded me of the fact that Mark is a customer of the local theaters. He pays to see the shows, but he is not a member yet. Also the Chico State Theater and the Thursday Night Market. Again, those are places where he's a customer, but not yet a member. So we want to ask ourselves, what more is possible? What are the possibilities that we should be exploring with Mark? And when having the conversation with Mark, he really wanted a job where he can be connecting to actors. He's a part of the local community. And so that's what we put. He wanted a job where he can be involved in the theater multiple times a week and connect with others. So what's next? And I'm proud to say that Mark had a mutual friend that knew the owner of the local theater, and it was just a simple ask to be connected. And now Mark is able to volunteer at the theater, and I believe he may be getting paid as well, to work the concession stand where he gets to go early, set up with other people within the community. He gets to engage with community members where people know his name. They're asking him questions about what's going on in the community. And the benefit is he gets to socialize with all of the actors after the show. Mark had these connections. He knew the right people, but it was asking ourselves and asking each other, what more is possible? What more can we ask of services, and what more can we ask of community? The Places and Possibilities gives us a framework to ask those questions and to think deeply about it. Now it's your turn. What I'd like you to do is please get out the Places and Possibilities, the blank sheet, in your activity packet. Once you have that out, we want you to start thinking about, where are the places where your contributions or someone that you support can thrive. So once again, you can either think about a person that you support, or you can do this on yourself. I always recommend doing this on yourself first, so that way you can understand the impact of it. But again, this is a self-paced video and you are in control. So take about 5 minutes to pause this video and fill out the first 4 questions. Once again, I'm just going to ask that you fill out the first 4 questions. When you are done, please press play and we'll move on to the next step. All right, I hope that was enough time for you to go over the first 4 questions. If it wasn't, again, please go ahead and pause this video, but we'll continue to move on. What I'd like you to do next is please review what you have written within the 4 questions, and then ask yourself, where are other possibilities to explore? What are the possibilities that the person may be drawn to? What does the person want to try? And once you've identified what the person wants to try and what the possibilities exist, what are you going to do next? What is going to be that action step to move a person from being a customer to being a welcomed member where they have a sense of belonging? If you are watching this by yourself, please pause the video and do some self-reflection and capture your action step. If you are watching this with a team, we would love for you to work in partners to review the first 4 questions that you've written and then discover what possibilities and action steps can be created as a pair or as a team. So please pause the video for about 5 minutes and explore possibilities and action steps. Wonderful. Thank you all for leaning into the conversation. I really hope that you were able to explore what possibilities exist as well as coming up with the what's next. We know that when we attend trainings or we're given information, it's a lot to take in, and we really want to be intentional on acting on what we hear and what we learn. So I hope that you are empowered to act on your ideas and supporting people and really having membership and belonging within their community. We know that the HCBS requirements, especially number 1, speaks to community connection and belonging. We believe that using the places and possibilities gives us a framework in looking at where are the opportunities within the community that we live. Where are the opportunities that the person wants to pursue? One tip when using places and possibilities is you may be using this by yourself in this video or with a team, but I strongly recommend utilizing the people within the circle of support when using this skill. Lots of people have different ideas, different resources, different experiences. When we're able to capture all of those thoughts in one place, we're able to explore possibilities that we never thought existed. So strongly recommend using this as a collective if you have the opportunity. So once again, we thank you so much for being here. Please know that we are available to answer any questions if you have them. Please be sure to check back on this library as we will continue to update resources and different videos in support of the HCBS final rule in alignment with person-centered practices. Have a great day, everyone.